Every day, billions of people use the cloud. They store photos, watch movies, join meetings, train AI, run businesses. Everything feels weightless, invisible, almost infinite. But here's the surprising part. The cloud isn't a cloud. It never was. Every file, every video, every AI request exists somewhere, inside a machine, inside a building, connected by fiber, powered by electricity, maintained by engineers. The cloud didn't eliminate infrastructure. It simply hid it. The question is, why?
The word cloud sounds simple, soft, weightless, almost natural. But there is nothing natural about cloud computing. The cloud is one of the largest engineering systems ever created. Millions of servers, thousands of buildings, hundreds of cities, connected together to appear as one computer. That illusion changed the internet forever because people stopped buying machines and started buying capability.
For decades, every company owned computers. Every office built its own server room. Every business managed its own infrastructure. Then, something changed. Computers stopped moving to businesses. Businesses started moving to computers. The machine didn't disappear. Ownership changed. Infrastructure became a service, and services scale much faster than ownership. Imagine buying an entire power plant just to turn on one light. It wouldn't make sense. Electricity became useful because people shared infrastructure. Cloud computing follows the same principle. Instead of every company buying thousands of servers, millions of companies share enormous computing infrastructure. One facility, thousands of customers, millions of applications, billions of users. The cloud didn't invent computing. It industrialized it. Just as factories made manufacturing more efficient, the cloud made computation more efficient. And efficiency changes everything. The cloud doesn't create computation. It organizes it. Inside every hyperscale facility, millions of computations happen every second. Some process payments, some deliver videos, some train AI models, some simply store family photos. Different services, different customers, the same infrastructure. This is what makes the cloud so powerful. It transforms one massive investment into millions of digital products, quietly, continuously, without most people ever noticing. The more companies move to the cloud, the more efficiently infrastructure is used. Higher utilization reduces cost. Lower cost attracts more customers. More customers generate more revenue. More revenue builds larger infrastructure. Larger infrastructure reduces cost again. The cycle repeats. Not because cloud companies sell more software, but because they operate larger systems. Scale becomes the advantage. Efficiency becomes the product. Infrastructure becomes the business. Electricity became essential when people stopped generating it themselves. Water became essential when cities built shared infrastructure. Computation followed the same path. Companies stopped owning servers. They started consuming compute. Just as we pay for electricity, for water, for internet access. Today, millions of businesses pay for computation. Not because they cannot build it, because sharing infrastructure is simply more efficient. The cloud didn't replace computers. It transformed computing into a utility.
Before the cloud, every new company needed infrastructure, servers, networking, storage, maintenance. Growth required hardware. Hardware required capital. Capital slowed innovation. The cloud changed the equation. Infrastructure became available on demand. A startup could launch without owning a single server. An enterprise could expand without building a new data center. An AI company could train larger models without constructing its own infrastructure. The barrier shifted, not from technology, but from ownership. Infrastructure became accessible, innovation accelerated, and capital began flowing toward ideas instead of machines.
People often say, everything moved to the cloud, but nothing actually moved into the sky. Infrastructure never disappeared. Ownership changed. The buildings remained. The machines remained. The engineers remained. The electricity remained. Only one thing changed. Who paid for it? Millions of companies stopped buying infrastructure. They started renting capability. That simple shift created one of the largest business transformations in modern history. The cloud isn't a place. It is an economic model built on infrastructure. Every industrial revolution creates a new utility. Steam became mechanical power. Electricity became electrical power. The cloud made computation a utility. Today, companies don't simply buy software. They buy capability. The capability to store information, to process transactions, to train intelligence, to scale globally. The product isn't the server. The product isn't the building. The product is instant access to almost unlimited computation. Perhaps the cloud's greatest invention was never technology. It was turning infrastructure into a service. The cloud is no longer supporting the internet. The internet is beginning to depend on the cloud. Every startup, every enterprise, every streaming platform, every AI company, every digital bank, every online marketplace runs on infrastructure most people never think about. Not because it is unimportant, but because great infrastructure disappears into the background. The better it performs, the less people notice it. And perhaps that is the highest achievement of engineering. A single request travels farther than we imagine, across local networks, across fiber, across routers, into hyperscale infrastructure, across thousands of processors, then back again, all within moments. The experience feels simple because extraordinary complexity has been hidden behind extraordinary engineering. If you enjoy exploring the systems behind technology, the infrastructure beneath innovation, and the capital shaping the modern internet, subscribe to NEXNET and tell us, when you hear the word cloud, what do you imagine now?
The cloud was never just a technology. It became a new layer of civilization, invisible, shared, always available. Behind every application, there is computation. Behind every computation, there is infrastructure. Behind every infrastructure, there is capital. And behind every investment, there is a belief that tomorrow's world will demand more capability than today's world can provide. This is NEXNET, inside the modern internet.